In today's video, we're checking out the Kernom Ridge Overdrive pedal, but just calling this an overdrive doesn't do it justice because it's a clean boost, overdrive, thick distortion, and also borderline fuzz pedal thanks to the mood control in combination with the mid and the post and pre-EQ. A massive thanks to the folks from Kernom for sending this out for the review. I really appreciate it. This video has been a whole lot of fun. I hope you like it. We're going to kick things off with a jam track and then we'll go over to some isolated tones. Here we go. Here's the Kernom Ridge up close. Now the first thing that you need to know about is this mood control. So as you start bringing this up, it will act like a clean boost, then it will get into some off clean and overdrive tones, into some thick distortion tones, classic rock, crunch, all that kind of stuff, all the way to a borderline fuzz just by using this control, and I'll show you that in this video. While the mood control is the effects type, the mids control controls how much you'll stick out of the mix. So if you want to really punch out of the mix, you can bring the mids up. If you want a great rhythm tone, you can simply bring it down. We get a pre and post tone control over here. So the pre-tone works before the drive circuit, allowing it to interact with your guitar a little bit more. Now, the further you turn this up, the brighter it's going to get this way, and you can round it out to the opposite side. Now, the post-tone control works after the overdrive circuit, so it allows you to also bring in a little bit of extra tops or bottoms, whatever it is that you choose to do. The drive control works like any drive control on any pedal. The further it is this way, the more of it we're going to get, and same with the volume control. The Kernom Ridge also allows you to store and recall your favorite presets by using this button over here. It will save wherever you've got the controls into the pedal, which I think is a really great addition. We get top mounted jacks. Our input is over here from our guitar and the out goes to the amplifier. We also get the ability to run this with an expression pedal if you already own one. This pedal also supports MIDI functionality. Now, I don't have any MIDI devices, so I won't be showcasing that in this video. Check out the website, I'll link it down in the description. Now, the cool thing is this runs on 9-volt DC, so you don't need any fancy power supply to get this thing to work. Build quality wise, we get a nice metal enclosure. All the buttons and dials all feel really premium, as it should, at the price that this comes in at. Again, if you want to check the price, I'll link to a few different shops around the world down in the description box below. But this is made in France, and the Europeans, man, they're putting out some great pedals. I got a lot to say about this at the end of the video, so stay tuned. Let's get into it. All right, let's kick it off. I'm going to start on my Coils electric guitar. This is loaded with 2 humbucker pickups, and we're going into the clean channel of my Marshall DSL 40CR. This is the clean tone. Nice lively clean tone. Now we're going to take a look at the mood control, starting with it all the way to the left, which is essentially like an EQ almost on the tone, or just adding a little bit of extra volume. Let's take a look at this. As I turn it to the right, you're going to hear the pedal change tones completely. This is one of the cool things about this pedal. all feels great to play. It's really cool. And now with the last setting here. So if you're looking for a one and done pedal that can pretty much cover every type of overdrive and distortion circuit with some fuzz, this would be an absolute no-brainer. Let's take a look at the mid control. Now the beauty of this particular circuit is it drastically shapes wherever you have the mood control. So we're going to start with it at 12 o'clock. I'll turn it left, which will back off the mids, and as we turn it right, you'll stick out of the mix more if you're playing live. Let's have a listen to this. It's a massive difference, man. The mids control really works beautifully. Over to some single coils now. Thanks to my Kiesel S6, we're going to be on the neck pickup. I've dialed in a bluesy vintage overdrive tone, and then we're going to use the mids control to completely change it. But this is the clean tone to begin with, neck pickup. Pedal on. Now the beauty of this is I can turn the mids down and get a completely different sound. Let's turn it down even further. I'm going to go over to bridge and middle pickups together. You can get so much out of this just by using the mid control. Let's take a look at the post tone control now with a higher gain tone. So as it's sitting in the center, this is giving us the most neutral or balanced tone between them, and that position is actually notched, which is always a good thing. This works after the clipping stage, so you can bring in more top end by turning it to the right or vice versa to the left. Let's have a listen to this. Yeah, I mean, that's great. It's pretty subtle, but it definitely gives you more body to the left and more brightness to the right. 1 o'clock to me sounds pretty great. Let's take a look at the pre-tone control. So this works before the clipping stage, which means it interacts a lot more with your guitar. Let's take a listen to this. I'm just going to play some lead sort of stuff now. Great starting tone already. It's a bit on the muddy side for that neck humbucker, but the great news is it's pretty much usable throughout the entire sweep. Unbelievable. All right, let's wrap this video up. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the Kernom Ridge all-in-one pedal. The beauty of this pedal is you can have one pedal that does all your overdrive, distortion, or fuzz tones in one. You can also use it as a clean boost or just use it to re-EQ your already clean or dirty sound just by setting up the pre and post tone controls. You can save your favorite preset, and it's very easy to dial in a sound, which was the #1 reason why I didn't review it initially when I first saw this ahead of launch. Was I thought it looked a little overcomplicated, and I was completely wrong. So one of the best things about this is you can just dial in a great overdrive sound, back off the mids or add a little bit of mids, and you're essentially done. And if you just need that little bit of extra top end, you can then use the pre or post tone control. It's very easy to get a great sound. What can I tell you? It's one of the rare pedals where you can turn the tone controls hard left or hard right and still get a very musical sound. So I think they've done an amazing job with this. And while this has a lot of MIDI functionality, which I didn't touch on in this video, I really just want to showcase for folks who might go out and play live or just want great tones, what you can get out of this just by having it set up nice and simply. This is a great pedal, and it's definitely one of the best products of 2023 that I've had my hands on. And again, I was completely ill-informed about what I thought this was to its reality. And a good friend of mine, Dr. Rick, bought one of these and he said, this is one of his favorite pedals he's ever had. And I said, the Kernom Ridge? I go, you sure? Isn't it overcomplicated? He goes, nah, just turn it into your, turn the mood control, get the sound that you want, and you're basically done. And he's right, this thing is an absolute beast. So a massive thanks to the guys from Kernom for sending this out. If you want to check it out, I'll link it down below. Leave a thumbs up, it really helps the channel, and I hope you like this brand new studio. Catch you soon, see ya.